Before this video starts, I wanted to point out that I have a link to the full guide in the description below for those who are only interested in that. But if you could, subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video while you're down there, that would be great. Or if you wanted to stick around for the entire video for that watch time, that would be fabulous. Thanks guys, enjoy the video. Sup, you beautiful bastards! Welcome back to the Philip Zowie Dota 2 show. And today we're going to be talking about an overpowered core hero that you can play in the position 1 role and just win free MMR. Now, a little bit of context, as you guys probably remember, I make a lot of like support guides. I made a Shadow Demon guide, I made a Warding guide, but I was recently invited to a tournament, so I'll be playing live in a tournament. You can see it on my live stream tomorrow. I was invited as a POS 1 player, so I have been learning the POS 1 role. If you guys saw my meta video back when 7.4 first dropped, I talked about the heroes that I've been playing. But you can see there's going to be a hero that I'm going to highlight today, and then the hero that I was mentioned to ask to practice was this hero right here. And this hero is just way too broken. It took me like 2 games in all pick to figure him out. All of a sudden I brought him into a practice and I tested out another build. This one was okay. Like I was owning, but these were kind of like, this is a bit of a cheese build. But then I figured out the build. This is the game that I'm going to highlight for you guys that I think is the build for Clinkz. And we're going to talk about laning concepts. We're going to talk about itemization, talk about scaling into the mid game, and then ultimately how to just end the game. This hero can just end the game. In this replay, got megas in like 50 seconds. I killed 2 lanes of racks in less than a minute. It was crazy. This hero does so much damage. Let's talk about the philosophy of my carry play style in the laning stage before we start. So you're going to see I don't have a set of tangos on me right now, but I had planned to purchase one with the bounty runes. And in this game specifically, I get away without it because they kept feeding my wand. This isn't going to happen, especially in your like higher level ranked lobbies. You're going to have to buy this regen. But I got away with it in this all pick game because, I mean, the enemy team, they had a Venomancer was just feeding me wand charge. But my philosophy of playing carry, it revolves around the recent tango changes in 7.4. So in 7.4, they made it so allied shared tangos are just severely nerfed. The amount of HP sharing in this game has completely been hamstrung over the course of like the last 5 years. If you recall, they changed healing salves to have half duration. So you got half of the possible healing from a healing salve. But then they changed it so it's the full duration but half healing amount. So you're standing there outside of combat so that you don't get it canceled, and you're still only getting about half the HP regen. So ever since that change, it's been pretty rare for healing salves to have use in the laning stage. So then your support would purchase a second set of tangos and usually shuffle about 1 to 3, sometimes 4 or 5 tangos to their carry. If you were in the case of like a Jakiro lane where you're just eating a bunch of dual breaths, it was very useful. And honestly, there was some times where supports were buying 9 to 12 tangos just to feed their like offlaner or their carry. And that's just not a thing anymore. You're not even going to get usually 1 tango from your support. Your supports know how hamstrung the shared tangos are, and they don't want to give them to you. If you're still pinging your supports for tangos, you are actively griefing your lane. The philosophy I've been running with is to take as little damage as possible. I am talking like my Jakiro goes in for dual breath, now I will attack. Especially in this lane where I have a ranged support against me. I have a Venomancer as my enemy support, and a Venomancer can slow you with Gale and then get a lot of damage in on you. So I do my best to just zone this Venom. So this is the first wave here. You're going to see right away, I respect the right clicks from the Veno. I don't want the Veno hitting me with a single right click or a single Gale. Like I'm dodging this, my game right now is just dodging attacks, dodging spells, and then if you don't have it on auto cast and you press Searing Arrows on the enemy, so I recommend quick casting this. If you press, so for me it's W, if I press W on this hero, my Clinkz will do an auto attack with the Searing Arrows bonus damage, and it will not draw creep aggro. That's how you're seeing me standing in the lane and just zoning Nyx Assassin. Right now, really, really popular offlaners are heroes like Tidehunter and Legion Commander. A lot of these brawny melee offlaners. Now in this game, it's a Nyx Assassin, but I did not want to I did not treat him like he was a noob, you know, a Nyx Assassin noob. This guy's level 30 on Nyx Assassin. If there's anyone I'm confident could do an offlane Nyx Assassin, it's this level 30 mini-me right here. So I respected the Nyx Assassin. I was dodging his stuns. I was making sure to zone him. I never got close enough for him to hurt me. And that's honestly how you can really just dominate a lane with Clinkz. And you're like, well, Clinkz doesn't really have a farming ability. So how do you take this to the mid to late game? How do you scale into the post laning phase? And we're going to talk about that because we're going to level Death Pact. I'm going to demonstrate right here why I don't mind level 1 Gale. So he's going to hit me with a level 1 Gale right here, right as I'm about to hit level 2. So I'm kind of just right now playing for my magic wand charges, and now I have Death Pact. So I'm going to eat this creep. It's going to give me all the HP I just lost from Gale and some. And now I'm just sitting here with the Searing Arrows ability, hitting him for free. I never draw that creep aggro, and I can just CS between. I kind of let my Jakiro go for the denies. While Jakiro's going for the denies, I'm going to sit here and just spam Searing Arrows. And then Jakiro manages to get this guy off position, and the Searing Arrows still not going to draw any creep aggro. I'm just going to keep playing this game. This is now my lane. And now I eat that stun. I feel like I could have been able to dodge that, but you know, I just want, my goal on my Clinkz hero is to secure as much CS as possible, take as little damage as possible, but at the same time, using Death Pact, I can mitigate some of the damage I'm taking. See, I've just eaten 2 Death Pact creeps, no tangos, and I'm back up to like 70% HP. And I have a half wand, and I have 12 charges. And he's hitting me with another level 1 Gale, so it's going to do like 150 damage. And I'm securing creeps, and we're even killing these wards. Like, I'm just kind of dominating this lane. Like, the mentality you have to go into when you're playing Clinkz is this is your lane. The enemy team does not belong in your lane. So you're going to use Searing Arrows to demonstrate your authority over the lane. It's honestly a lot of fun. Like, I'm just sitting here and just spamming Searing Arrows, and let's take a look. Nyx Assassin is now down to his last tango, and I think he ate a tree. And then Venomancer's also down to 1 tango, and he has a salve. So, like, if this guy doesn't respect the damage he's taking, he's going to eat this last tango, and then all the damage I'm doing is essentially, like, semi-permanent. Like, I'm going to keep hitting him with Searing Arrows. I got Magic Wand to keep my mana up, and I'm first buying a Falcon Blade. Just got it. So I have my Blades of Attack, and I managed to get, because I got that kill in Veno, I was able to get the Sage's Mask and the Fluffy Hat at the same time. But I'm going to get the Falcon Blade first item, because not only does it provide pretty good damage for CSing and harassing, but it gives you that mana regen and that little bit of HP that actually goes a long way for the hero. The mana regen especially, and then with these kind of burst heroes like we're going to have in this game is Nyx Assassin, and in other games there's always going to be some sort of burst that's going to be targeting you. And the Fluffy Hat in the early game will provide that little bit of cushion, so that if I eat a stun right now, it's way less likely for me to die because I have Death Pact HP and the Fluffy Hat. And you're like, whoa, Fluffy Hat, so that's only 125 health. Yeah, but how many times do you survive in a lane off of like 30? Now you're going to survive off of like 150, and it's going to be the difference between having to run back to base and maybe potentially getting another Death Pact off and just returning. Because, like, keep in mind, I still haven't even eaten a single tango in this game, and I'm full HP, just because I'm just running the Death Pact. And I asked my Jakiro to get an early Basilius, so I have 1 extra mana regen for the lane, and so I pretty much get Death Pact. Like, if you look at the cooldown versus the cost, it costs about 20 mana, right? Does that make sense? In this game, I'm even going to get my Courier sniped with my Falcon Blade and my boots in it. And you're going to see how that completely changes the game. So I want to play this aggressive. Like this, I'm starting to scale a little bit here in the lane, like my power level compared to the enemies. I'm very aware of like how powerful I am compared. So I'm level 4, almost level 5. And we could easily kill these guys because of Clinkz's new innate that just does so much damage. So I'm kind of just letting my Jakiro eat some. Unfortunately, Jakiro is just a little far from the lane, so there's not much I can really do. So I just sit there and deny him. I'll take that, and then I lose my courier here because I have pathed it to the ward, and I was so mad. But that essentially told me, okay, my courier's dead for a minute. instead of playing an aggressive, like I wanted to get this boots and this Falcon Blade and then run this lane over. That was my intentions. But I lost my boots and my Falcon Blade. But now my game state has changed because I don't have the boots. I don't have the mobility to kill these guys. I'm going to just kind of play for the lane and just play for the creeps. And while I'm still harassing, securing this Lotus, because I'm so slow with the slows and no boots, we have no pressure. So essentially I'm going to sit here and hope they go on me. That's the only way we kill them. But they're not going to just because of how tanky I am. So now we got the level 3 Death Pact. What's really significant about it is that you can eat pretty much any creep now, including siege creeps. You could eat the large creep. The only exception to this is ancient creeps. You cannot consume ancient creeps. That would be broken. Even more broken than how Clinkz already is. So instead, I'm going to just kind of whittle down the small creeps and farm them. And then off cooldown, I'm going to eat the large creeps with my Death Pact. So I'm even stacking it here so that I can eat this satyr, the purple satyr, and then when my Death Pact's off cooldown again, I will simply just come and eat the other creep. And now we have the power treads. Power treads are going to be very, very powerful. The reason you want to get power treads is because you are an agility hero. So being on agility is going to give you that bonus damage. And then whenever you need to cast a spell, which is very, very common on this hero, you're going to just switch it to int. And that's including your ultimate. It's including your Death Pact. Every time you Death Pact, if you want to mitigate how much mana you're spending, because if you don't do this, you will run out of mana so fast. If you're not a tread switcher, this is not the hero for you. If you're too lazy to power tread switch every time you cast your abilities, unfortunately, this hero won't work for you. You will always be out of mana. It's very, very important that you get every single Death Pact off with your int. And I'm even switching the int to ult here. So I tell the Tidehunter, he's like, I want to come top for a gank. And I was like, I'd rather come mid to kill the silencer with your Ravage. Because Clinkz's mobility is so high. We just showed up at mid. And now I'm just going to go right back top. Like, if you think about it for a moment, like, let's take a look at Silencer's POV. We'll see. He's looking at me. He just spotted me top. And I'm going to go into the darkness and ult. After this wave, of course. So I hit level 6. And even if he had an obs down, he wouldn't have seen this coming. He would have seen the Ravage. He would have seen the Tidehunter with haste. But then I came out of nowhere and totally just jumped him. And I was just top. He just saw me top. And now I'm back top. And they bring a bunch of heroes top. And I'm dusted at the moment. So I'm just going to turn around and fight. So I consume my own creep. This is another mechanic I'll highlight. I do die here. But you can see I get stunned here. And I'm like, okay, even if you have a stack of Death Pact, when you eat another one, you get another 300. So when I reveal my skeletons, I turn and I eat one of them. You can eat your own skeletons when there's no creeps in range. So we trade. But even though we trade, I don't, you don't want to die. Silencer's going to show soon, so they've sent every hero top. Even though I die here, because I've been using my Death Pact off cooldown on siege creeps, on big creeps in the camps especially, or even flag bearer creeps, I've net so much money. And on my kill mid and whatnot, even though I've died twice, I'm still the top of the leaderboard. Now, if I hadn't died a single time, I would probably be way higher. So my Tidehunter pings, so I'm up here farming, my Tidehunter pings that he has Ravage, and I ask my Jakiro if he's going, and Jakiro does say yes, so I also go. So this is going to be a huge fight, because I recognize my power level, even though I do not have my Desolator yet. I'm level 8 to their carries, like level, I think he's level 5, level 6. So their carries level 6, their mid's level 8. Like my power level here, if we have one level 8 hero, which is the Tidehunter, if we, like, the amount of damage that the team is increased by having the Clinkz present is alone going to win us the fight. And I recognize this, so I TP. And you can also stealth while TPing. You can ult. So we the call was to bait. We got global off. I'm just gonna start right clicking. I get stunned here. There's the Nyx behind. I'm gonna help my Hero. Ravage goes off. Take out the Nyx. He should die to the. So unfortunately, the Tidehunter's gonna go while I was helping the backline. But we're gonna hit a lick real quick. Kill their mid. And that's all I need. I don't need to stay and fight till I die, or even defend the tower, because we have a Jakiro and we have a Largo, who are both really good at clearing creeps. So I'm just gonna go back to the jungle and make sure I use my death packs off cooldown. And I'm looking bottom, and I recognize that all those Veno wards are gonna make a fight down there near impossible. Because keep in mind, while their team is grouped up here, like Drow's fighting, and Drow might actually get like up to 2 kills here, maybe 3, just because my team's out of position. I'm still gonna just be ahead of the Drow just from the fact that I'm getting these waves. I'm eating creeps. Like, 2 of my teammates are gonna die here. Drow doesn't get a kill, but I'm still free farm. And as soon as Ravage is back up, I'm down to fight again. So that's pretty much how I've transitioned from the laning phase to the post laning phase. Key concepts to remember is death packs level 3. I don't even max it, because you're aiming for that max charges. The charge restore time does not get affected. The creep max level doesn't get affected. It's literally you're leveling it one more time for 75 HP. Level 4 versus level 3 in the power level is 75 HP. If you see a Clinkz max this level, max this spell before they go to strafe, unfortunately, that's just bad. That's just not good. So you're going to max searing arrows, but before you max searing arrows, you get 3 levels in death pack. So maximizing your death packs, maximizing your tread switching, which includes ulting on int treads, and then you are able to death pack while invisible. So you don't even lose out on farm when you're rotating, because you could do a drive-by on a creep camp, especially if you do a creep camp in the enemy jungle. Take the big creep, leave the small creeps. That Drow's going to go over there to farm it and is going to get 20 gold when she should have gotten 70. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of nuance to the death pact ability, and especially if you can maximize your mana consumption, because you're going to see it as we go into the mid to late game that the mana issues that this hero faces never get easier. And I begged my supports to build mana boots. So we're going to play this game. Now that we have strafe leveled, you can even do it level 1. Now I start to hit Ancients creeps more often. So I'm going to strafe on int, and I'm just going to switch back to agility, and I'm going to farm it. Just because the damage of the hero is so high now, because of max level searing arrows, that you can farm this. I'm going to go up, and I'm going to make sure I'm never at 2 charges on death pact. If I'm ever at 2 charges on death pact, I feel bad. And the skeleton walk, also the damage from your archers, applies the infernal shred, so that's why the ancient creeps are actually dying pretty quickly. And I end up using like a lot of my mana for that, but because the mana regen on our hero is pretty good, I don't feel bad, especially because I don't intend on fighting. Although Tide does get Ravage up, and I'm just got Desolator, so I let him know that I do want to fight, and I can even use my wand for mana before the fight if we really need it. So we're just farming. My Tide, I think right now, pings that he wants to smoke. So I just immediately start walking over there. I'm not even on skeleton walk. I'm letting my mana regen. And I now ulti, because I think I realize my target, I got the DD, and I'm going to go up and I'm going to kill this Venomancer. Show you the power of this hero. So we're on int, we're going to strafe, and we're going to immediately switch to agility. And I'm like seeing if that Largo will bait for me. This goes on a little bit longer than I want, but I'm going to go and see if he leaves the tower vision. Okay. We saw Nyx, he's here. Then I forget that he has the Nyx sense innate, so he sees me while invisible. Easy to forget that. So the next item we're gonna buy is gonna be the shard. And you're gonna see the power level of shard. A lot of people were saying that it's nerfed compared to what it used to be. And to that extent, I agree. But at the same time, this ability farms so fast. The significant thing about the shard is the fact that it scales with attack range. So you're going to see the next item I queue up is actually going to be a Dragon Lance. And typically with like ranged carries that build Dragon Lance, that's going to be the first item you build. But it's pretty important that you get these two items before Dragon Lance. So I find the Drow here, and I'm just going to kill her. Well, actually, I don't kill her here. But if I was a little bit better at the hero, she would have died. This was just me being a bad Clinkz. She should have died there. But if you do not follow my example on how to execute that, and you practice and you do better than... So I make the call to pressure the top tower, because now that I have the Burning Barrage, or whatever it's called. I think it's called Burning? Yeah, Burning Barrage. You can just clear creep waves like that, without committing anything. And this guy overextends, and we pop Strafe, which, by the way, Strafe doesn't just give you attack speed, it also gives you attack range. Which is part of the reason why you're going to get the Dragon Lance, is because the Burning Barrage attack range scales with your attack range. Burning Barrage range scales with your attack range. Okay, so I'm going to highlight, this is like the first team fight post-shard. So we have Deso Shard, and I don't think we've had a team fight since getting both of these items. We got Deso, we got a few pickoffs, we got a fail gank on Drow. Now it's time for the first team fight. And you're going to notice that my tendency on the hero, and what I think works the best for the hero, is I never engage on an enemy without there being a body between us. And for the first kill, it's going to be Muffin, and eventually it's going to be, I think, Jakiro, and then the third kill is going to be with Scuba Steve. So you're going to see that I use my Burning Barrage. I'm just non-committal. This guy comes out of position a little bit, so with Largo in front of me, I feel comfortable hitting. But notice how, like, as soon as I don't feel like... Now he's got an ult on him, I'm just going to back it up. He tanked that ult. Thank you, Muffin. And now that the ult's off, I'm going to come back in, do some damage. I see the Nyx is coming towards us, so I'm going to back it up. And now that he is gone, no body here, I'm gonna ult and I'm gonna come around this way. Here's my new bot, Scuba Steve. Thank you, sir. You're tanking for me. Pop strafe, attack range, and attack speed, and I'm gonna get a kill for free. After that, I go back to farming, and you can see my net worth is coming up. We've got the Dragon Lance, which increases the range of our Burning Barrage. I see the Drow's kind of playing out of position here. I'm going to pop Strafe, I'm going to get Banished. The Banished actually stops me from getting hit by that Global Silence, so I'm still hitting with my Searing Arrows. But that fight's going to lead into this, so I notice my team is still going, so I'm going to go back. So I'm running back in. Scuba Steve is a little out of position, getting caught. He just spread the ult to everybody on our team. And I'm going to get one free kill, I'm going to get Banished. I don't have ult. I realize I'm kind of in deep shit right now. See, this is the difference between the fight before, where I had a body in front of me. Now, all of a sudden, I don't have a body in front of me, and I don't have Skeleton Walk to get out because I misclicked and leveled the wrong talent. And by the way, take a look. 4 seconds left. If I had leveled the Skeleton Walk cooldown, there is a actual small chance that I could have wanded and gotten out. But I knew I was dead, and maybe I could have wanded and killed Drow here, but I was like, nah, I'd rather just save it. So Global's used, and that's usually my indicator that I can go. Scuba Steve's out of position. I don't get hit by that, but I fuck up the Burning Barrage right there. So imagine if I had gotten Burning Barrage off in just... because it shoots in a straight line, and I shoot it this way. And imagine if I pop Strafe, which gives you attack range. It's 200 attack range. Burning Barrage is increased by 200 range. I could have hit all 3 of these guys, and depending on Crystallis, procs with the minus armor on Desolator, these guys could have easily died. I get hit by Spike Carapace, and then I'm banished, and now I'm just out of position. So my teammates are going to start dying around me. I do get the Drow, but I don't have anything, so I'm just running. And I end up taking down. So this fight goes real south, but at the same time, I think because of the fact that we've been death pacting off CD and farming Ancients with Strafe and getting at least 1 to 2 kills every fight, Clinkz, because of this, you're always just top net worth. There's very few heroes in the game that can farm as fast as he can while also showing up to every fight. He's got so much mobility, so much damage. Here's where it's okay to not have a body between you, and it's whenever they're distracted. So the context here is that the enemy team just got Roshan, and the Drow has the Aegis, and they're moving towards our high ground where our 2 supports are caught by the Nyx Assassin. And right now my offlaner and my mid laner are TPing in, and I realize that if I can manage to stay on this high ground where I know they don't have vision, because of the wards, the context of how the game has been going, I know the enemy team does not have vision. And based on their location, I can use strafe to get attack range that's enough to shoot from the high ground. And that'll give me enough time that if they start to come towards me this way, I can skeleton walk and just kind of like zone them a little bit. So I'm saving my skeleton walk. Now I'm silenced. But I'm just going to shoot because I do a lot of damage. I do eat a stun there. And as soon as they start moving towards me, I can back it up a little bit. But then we get the Ravage on the Drow. I'm going to shoot her to death. Venom's also going to go. See that damage, dude? It's just so good. And from here, I'm hitting the silencer. From there. With strafe, dude. It's just so strong. I don't even think I had strafe there. But just with Dragonlance, and then I got the attack range talent. And then I got attack range on my Gunpowder Gauntlet. I'm pretty sure this game, I don't even level my next neutral item that I get because the next one didn't have attack range. I think attack range is aside from like crit and minus armor, like I don't know what I would put them, but attack range is like S tier on this hero. Like I just find this Drow and I'm just like, we can kill this Drow. Like I'm silenced and I'm just still hitting her for a ton of damage. I think she might have gone down, but and she dies. And that's pretty much game if you ask me. But it's not that simple. Every game is throwable, and this game definitely had its moments where I thought we could throw. My Jakiro is like getting targeted by this Nyx Assassin, and I'm thinking in my head was like, how can I mitigate this? Because I want my Jakiro to stay alive, and I want there to be a way for me to kill Nyx Assassin without him A, spike carry-facing, or B, getting away. And my solution to that was Bloodthorn. This is a valid purchase after Dragonlance, and then whatever item you get after Dragonlance, you should go back and finish Hurricane Pike, which I think I do in this game as well. Catch this guy. Ravage is done, but I'm silenced, but I'm going to put the Bloodthorn on the Drow. She takes so much damage. Drow buys back, so I call for the soft back. I say we should back it up, but I don't want us to like full back. Get the silence on the Nyx Assassin, and he's just gonna die. Like I don't even look. I just knew it. I hit him with like 1 or 2 Daedalus crits, as well as the damage that comes at the end of Bloodthorn, and now I know my Jakiro gets to play the game. So even if it wasn't the correct item, in ooh, that's not the item you need. That's not the meta. You shouldn't go Bloodthorn. My Jakiro gets to play the game now, and because my Jakiro's alive, my Jakiro TP's bottom and saves our racks. So, the butterfly effect, guys, the butterfly. So I get caught here, I'm stunned, I have Aegis, I'm gonna die for it, which I was totally fine with. He gets the lick off on the Nyx. I'm gonna shoot him a couple times. Even without my searing arrows, he's gonna die. Shoot my burning barrage down. Jaw's gonna take a ton of damage from it. That's 2 diebacks. Drop the burning army. It does a solid 0 damage. I'm standing here stealth, and I can hit the tower from here with strafe. Isn't that stupid? Tell me that isn't stupid.
Radiant's top barracks have fallen. Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Thinking in my head, I was like, how is there... Whenever I'm playing carry, when I'm actually playing carry and I'm like trying to be smart about it, one of my thoughts I give myself is how can I deal building damage? How can I end the game without risking a throw? That's a hard thing to do. A lot of teams throw on the high ground, and I realized burning barrage is just kind of broken. So watch this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks have fallen.
Do I even have to explain what happened here, or are you able to comprehend that they just lost barracks to skeleton archers? And I'm just gonna do it again. When I saw them show bottom, I just go and do it again. I just don't hard commit, and that tilts the Drow She steps out of position, and I hex her and almost kill her. But she got her BKB off. Silencer buyback. I gotta respect the damage. The enemy team does damage. Remember, we don't want to throw. If I die, it's a throw. Even if I have buyback, it's just the amount of net worth I'd be giving them right now would be insane. So guess what? My Aghanim's ability is off cooldown, and I'm just sitting here debating on using it. Luckily, my Tide has a Vlad's, so I just healed a full, hitting creeps. Thank God. This might be the dumbest play that actually worked. Because of the split shot, I killed both of the racks from here. And that's megas. Without anyone on my team taking a single point of damage until just now with Dr. Bing Bong, we just got megas. I don't even know who I'm killing anymore because of the split shot. And you're sitting there probably thinking, well, Philip, how about you show us a game that didn't look so free? And I wish I could, but every single game of Clinkz is just like that. Once you get the hero down, like, this is a 4 stack with an 11 and 4 with a pretty fed OD. And I die twice this game, and it's the same thing. I had all the tier 2s dead before the 21 minute mark. I'm not going to show you the laning phase again, because it was the same thing. Zoning with searing arrows and farming with death pack. Look, I don't even have my Dragon Lance. Let's take a look at the net worth. Top net worth, even with a fed OD. I'm top, and I just come up, I ult to spawn skeletons, and I just...
Are those cracks?
The context is, like, my team was taking a fight, and I wasn't nearby. If you're not close enough to join the fight, just push a tower. It's just equally as important. And I don't have mana, so I'm just gonna back. I'm not gonna risk my death, and I'm just gonna farm without using any mana. And I think we end up taking a fight here. So Riz finds Elder Titan dewarding. I come in, I start shooting the fed OD, and he's just dying to skeletons. I eat a couple ults and I just respect it. I just back. You know what? I'm not trying to commit against a Night Stalker. I'm gonna come up with my shard that I just purchased. I'm gonna start killing creeps. I would have taken that kill if I could have. But I'm gonna turn that kill into a tower. Because Clinkz does too much damage to towers. So it's 20 minutes. Tormentor just spawned, and I'm taking the 3rd tier 2 tower. And you're like, oh well, this is because it's a bad enemies, bad team. You're right, but also no team looks good in this scenario. This could easily happen in a higher level pub. Falcon Blade, Deso, Shard, Dragonlance, Daedalus, Aegis at around this mark. Find this guy, try to hit him with Burning Barrage, but I still kind of suck with the spell. And here's the ticket. This is the true ticket to maximizing this hero, is knowing that I see Night Stalker bottom. I know Morana's farming jungle here. I know Elder Titan's up here somewhere, and I know OD just showed, like, also somewhere. Like, OD showed somewhere. So I knew all cores missing. Tusk can't kill me. Elder Titan can put me to sleep and set up for a kill. But as long as I dodge that, I'm chilling. So I walk up. I'm burning, and, I'm searing arrows. I see the OD, and I just respect it. Because this is not going to heal. You don't need to kill it on your first go. Like, that's the big issue I see a lot of Clinkz players doing, is that when they do go for some tower damage, they just overcommit. And now the OD TP'd, and I can go back to farming. Now OD's not farming, anyone else who TP'd isn't farming, and I'm farming. Like, that's the difference. I got free tower damage, and now I get to hit creeps while you're sitting in base, scared that I might come up.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
My whole team is farming. I literally instructed my supports to farm. I was like, this is me drawing on the map. I say, this is all that their entire team is farming, plus whatever waves come here. And I'm like, we have this entire map to farm. As long as you don't get caught, like this guy does. Okay, free kill for me. I'm gonna walk up because I have Aegis and I don't care. I realized my power level. When I two-shot that guy, I realized my power level. I'm gonna zone the OD, don't really want to fight him like man to man. But now, just like before, I waited till I have bodies in front of me and now I'm committed. It's easy to say that when I have an arena on as well. But now, no bodies in front of me, I'm insta-backing. I even have Aegis, and I'm still respecting that rule. And now I have a body in front of me, I'm gonna shoot at this guy, and he dies. Creeps are coming, I'm gonna start hitting it.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Get a creep, get my max HP up. At this point, like, what can the enemies even do?
Might have to say goodbye to their top barracks.
Like, I don't even care if these guys are Herald or they're immortal. Like, I don't think that there is a team that is coordinated enough to deal with a Clinkz that's this fed. And because I'm fed, my Shadow Fiend's also fed. Like, this game is just hard because Shadow Fiend does so much damage too, especially because I provide the minus armor.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's bottom tower has shattered to pieces.
So I'm mega stunned, gonna kill that guy, and I'm just gonna hit the racks. I do not care about everything that's happening. I think about going on the OD here, and then I realized there's an objective way more important than an OD. If I were to tell you, would you rather have a kill on their most farmed core or get megas at 30 minutes? You would always take megas at 30 minutes. That's what I did. And I die for it. And I'm totally aware that I'm going to die. I just sit here and stand my ground. And I'm like, maybe there's a chance I win this game with crits? Nah. And I think I could even have played this better. Like, instead of going on him and just hitting OD. I think if I had just hit OD there, I would have killed. But it doesn't even matter. Because my team is up. They got 3,000 gold, 8,000 XP. Really, really fantastic stuff. But we have megas. And you know what comes up? You know what comes next. And just eggs the turrets, or egg the towers down.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower just went down.
Like, I don't even care. I just don't. I don't even care. What are you gonna do to burn the army?
Ancient is under attack. Just about Radiant win.
They're like, okay, Philip, you got fed 2 games in a row. Surely the same thing doesn't happen here. I'm 0-2 in this game. So remember the laning concepts. Just spam searing arrows on their brawny melee offlaner. And then just try your best to secure all the creeps you can. So I get caught by a hook, and I die. And I still remain higher net worth than both mids. Maybe I survived this. Yeah. Okay, wait, never mind. This isn't where I died. I didn't get the kill, which kind of sucks, but I survived that. Okay, this is our first play we attempt to make. I take a look at top. And like, this looks like they could use me. Because I see the vision. I know, I'm aware I have a puck with coil, and they're all grouped up. And as soon as I saw them grouping up, I immediately came to help. Sorry, Juggernaut survives. I'm kind of realizing I have a body in front of me, so I'm not going to commit any harder. Unfortunately, we don't get a kill, but I'm a Clinkz. So there's an objective here for me to hit. It's very good for me to hit it. And I tell them that's where Pudge is, because they were like, "Where's Pudge?" And they're like, "He's right there." I'm gonna hit this tower. I realize I don't want to dive. I'm actually just gonna twin gate back to my lane and just go farm. I tell them this too. This is very important to be like, you guys are diving at your own risk right now. I'm actually gonna go back bottom. I gotta keep my net worth up. You hear me? You feel me? You smell me? I'm even gonna toil around with hitting him with burning arrows, just like the good old days. And I even tell my team, I was like, hey, I got this guy pretty low. And almost kill him. He's like, he mangoed, he lotused the damage, but he would have died. But immediately right back at it. Like, there's never a time when I play this hero and I'm not this far ahead. Does that make sense? And throughout the entire game, too. This hero just farms too fast. I die here. I get hooked into a tier 2 tower. A minute later, they're catching up, but it's not going to be long before I'm back to, like, way far ahead. Just from the nature of my hero, while taking objectives. So Grizz calls for he's going to ult this guy. I'm in position to do a bunch of damage to him. Now I'm a little out of position, but he gets bound anyways. I go in. I got a body in front of me, so that means I'm going to go. Take a double. Back to top net worth, just like that. And now I just picked up Shard. And that just, it increases your damage and your farming. Like, I feel like a broken record right now, but y'all get it. Y'all get it. Find this logo. I'm just going to start shooting him as soon as he's stunned. The reason I waited here is because I had no vision of the enemy team. Right now, we saw Juggernaut here, and we see Slardar here. But at the time, I didn't know where any of his team was. There could have been 4 heroes sitting right here, and the guy gets shallow graved, and he lives. And the last thing I want is for this guy to lick me out of my position. You see what I'm saying? So I waited till he was for sure stunned. So he couldn't turn around to lick. He still has lick. And I'm gonna start shooting him as soon as he's stunned. If he had licked somebody or licked himself, I would start hitting him sooner. Then I realized Dazzle's Slardar behind me, and I just start backing. No body in front of me, I'm backing. And I can reposition so well because I have the ghost wall. Sardar's gonna go down to my damage. I'm gonna walk over here. Treant tanks the Omni Slash for me. Very nice. I'm gonna Death Skeleton walk this way. Get in position to kill this guy with Strafe. And go back to hit the tower. And like, this is like about a minute after that fight. And my net worth is just stupid. Like, this is just on 25 minutes. I'm at 15k net worth with 200 last hits and 7 kills. And look at this, from across the map, I just killed that guy. I want you to watch this kill and just wonder, like, why you're waiting on playing this hero. So keep in mind, because of the discipline of tread switching, death pact, big creeps, clear waves, burning barrage, using our positioning behind teammates, resulting in no deaths, only sometimes getting a kill, sometimes assists, it's about 50-50 on that. Using that kind of logic lets you get to this power level where the enemy offlaner walks up to this creep wave on the high ground and you shoot him with strafe from across the map and he dies for it. Now I'm going to burning barrage these guys here and they're going to die. Like, look at that damage. Pudge buys back, so I back up. I respect the buyback, so I'm just going to hit from down here. Tower's going to go down because Clinkz damage is crazy, and my teammate got a solar crest, buff my attack speed. Goated, by the way. So it's 26 minutes, I'm on high ground with 17k net worth. Keep in mind, they have a Juggernaut who is free farm. Battle Fury, Manta. It's level 17. Me? Level 17. With 6k more net worth than me.
Bottom barracks have fallen. Radiant's top tower has looked better.
And I die. I actually and I was pissed because you know what? I walked up without my discipline? What have I been saying this entire guide? Never walk up without a body in front of you, or you're going to shoot from the safety and back as soon as there's danger. And the one time I don't listen to that rule, I died for it. That was actually like the dawn of me making that an actual rule on paper. Like, oh, I'm never doing that again. All right, I notice now that we're like threatening high ground, taking these low ground fights is super important. So the reason I say that is because originally we were sitting down here wanting to take high ground, but the fight is just too risky, right? So if you can mitigate this risk, I see these heroes on the low ground and I was like, guys, go, 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 go. Because if we can win a fight down here where they don't have high ground advantage with like tower buff and high ground miss rate and vision, it's a no-brainer to take this fight. From the high ground here, I walk over here, pop strafe. I'm gonna start shooting this guy because I see that the other guy has shallow grave. Kill the dazzle as well. Now I'm gonna turn into the pudge. 3 down. I say I'm on my rampage. So I'm gonna start shooting. Can't get it unless you start shooting. He's gonna get out, but I say, you know what? Screw the rampage. I'm just gonna take Rax.
They're beating on Dire's top tower. Dire's top tower is gone. Just a cold fall.
This is why this hero is free wins. Because there aren't really many other carry heroes, aside from maybe Lone Druid, that really capitalize on being able to just kill towers so fast that I punish, so we take that fight and take 3, and I punish it by taking Megas at 31 minutes. Like, a no-brainer of a hero. Like, this hero is just too broken. And I do think it's going to get nerfed. So follow this guide and win yourself some free MMR right now. Because this hero is broken. Take a look at this. I get my Ags, I walk up, burning army, and now there's 50 skeletons shooting their entire team. I'm going to eat this Omni, I'm going to run towards my team, and he's going to die for it. Even though I fuck up burning barrages yet again. So this game right here shows off the items pretty well. I'm going to get my first Blade of Attack as soon as I can. Usually a set of 10 goes with it too if you're taking a lot of damage. And that's usually the case if they have a ranged offlaner, you're going to take damage. In these examples, I only had melee offlaners and Clinkz just melts melee offlaners. Instantly going to get Falcon Blade, followed by Treads, into Deso, into Shard. As you can see, I buy Deso, Shard, Dragon Lance, Crystallis. You can get, after Crystallis, you can get the Hurricane Pike, but in this game I didn't really need it. So I get the Daedalus first and then Hurricane Pike. And then after Hurricane Pike, Ags. This has been my game-winning build. The other exception to Ags is going to be the Bloodthorn. The thing that doesn't change is going to be your spells. You level these the exact way every single time. You're going to go Searing Arrows, Death Pact, Searing Arrows, double up on Death Pact to get it to level 3 for 2 charges. Then you're going to get your ulti, max Searing Arrows, and then you're going to max Strafe. And then these are the talents I recommend. You're going to go left, right, left, left. Skeleton Walk cooldown, attack range, Strafe attack speed, and Searing Arrows multi-shot. Stronger talents going like across the board. Those are the strongest talents. That's it. The hero looks so much more complicated than he actually is. And I'm telling you that from a support player. Like, I climbed from Ancient to Immortal playing support, and very recently have started going back to playing carry, which is my roots. I first started as a carry player. And I'm just telling you right now, this hero looks so complicated, but is actually like, once you get down to the farming patterns of Death Pact and maximizing your mana regen with int treads and knowing when to commit to a fight and following the discipline of staying behind enemy team or staying behind your teammates, as well as mitigating damage in the very beginning of the game. If you combine all of those, you get the perfect Clinkz game where you're 5k net worth ahead at 20 minutes and you have every tier 2 killed. You take Roshan and you take Rax and you just the hero is just too easy. the power level of this hero is too great to ignore, and like their enemy team has to commit so much on you. And if you follow the staying behind a teammate, even when you lack an offlaner, like if you don't have like a Mars and you have, I had a game where I had a Juggernaut offlane, like still, I stayed behind him, followed the discipline, and you just win the game. Like, you're like, oh, well, these are just bad players. The way I got this item build was from watching pro level Dota lobbies. Like I'm, you might catch me in people's streams. If you, I'm a chatter. I'm a Twitch chatter. I'm one of you guys. Okay. This is me making a guide based off of like my own anecdotal evidence of watching Twitch streams, watching professional Dota, and then trying it myself. Now I'm making the guide after doing all of those for you. So hopefully this video finds you well and you use it to gain some MMR in your lobbies. Or if you're not going to do it, put this hero on your bans. This hero is so annoying to play against, and is kind of annoying to play at first when you're learning it. But I'm telling you right now, I'm level 8 on the hero and I'm on like a 7 win streak. Take it to your ranked pubs after practicing in an all pick. Play like 2 games of all pick, 3 games of all pick, carry Clinkz. Once you get comfortable, take it to ranked. You are going to win MMR. This hero is super strong. And this video is going to be good until the next patch. Thank you guys for watching. Shout out to those who are in my Twitch streams. I'll see you guys tomorrow if you're interested in watching the tournament. We'll see if this practice that I've been putting comes through. I will see you guys in my live streams. If you're awesome enough to check that out, you can watch it on Twitch or on YouTube. Links are in the description of every single video. I appreciate you guys. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. That would be epic. So thanks for watching. Shout out to you guys. Hope you guys enjoy my first ever carry guide. Peace and love.